Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast, another 1 vs 1 on Semois with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. And of course, it should be an interesting match. I've had people asking, where's the Brit matches, Dane? You evil Dane, are not featuring those valiant, glorious Brits. And today you get that. In fact, yes, indeed, we shall be seeing IronRoman, the Roman of Iron, the Roman. I'm not sure about that. Fighting for the British, fighting for the Irish Guards Armoured Division. Opposing him shall be Chuu1. Not Chuu1, but Chuu1. And already there he's going in for a nasty trick. Some players like to do with their Kettencraft movement, harass you a bit, and then of course secure the fuel point, or at least render that off. A bit difficult, but the route is simply too long. I mean, even if he's rushing it all right down there, I mean, nope. Not in time. So that was a bit of a wasted effort right there by Chuu1, who's getting a third Kettencraft and he's getting some Panzer guns. Of course, the question is, who is this Chuu1 fighting as? He's fighting as the kamfpgruppe Hermann goering. At least that's what they call it, based off the training battalion of Panzer and Panzer training battalions of the Hermann Goering Panzer Division, which for some reason were not with the division on the Eastern Front, but was actually stationed in Holland. Kettencraft went down, turned combustible, and a bit unfriendly language there. And yeah, I mean, clearly I was showing a bit back again then. This sort of game will rather be pushing the limit of what I will accept in terms of bad language and bad sportsmanship. I have had some I've simply just thrown out because, again, one guy was simply so terrible I just didn't want to show him off because, again, he was just awful to his teammate, awful to his opponents. And that's important. We are seeing a lieutenant, we are seeing infantry section moving out. They're going for the fuel points pretty aggressively. And in this case, he's probably doing it more to just deny to the Panzer lead right away. And yes, the Luftwaffe did actually have a Panzer Division of its own. Again, the Hermann Goering, sort of Goering's own personal little unit, personal little army. Started out as a series of units and then actually fought as a Panzer Grenadier Division in North Africa, then fought as a Panzer Division in Italy after being reformed, and then got reformed again and shipped to the Eastern Front with its training battalions, training and replacement battalions being sent to Holland to work there for some reason, which again is a bit odd since they usually tend to be reasonably close to the division. So they got caught up in Arnhem, and afterwards they got caught up in, well, the fighting up in, the Ardennes. So fun little facts there. But largely again, Panzer Grenadiers with the sort of replacement training kind, not fully ready yet, but still could fight. Same with the Panzers, although again, since it was a Panzer replacement and training battalion, not really fully equipped in terms of good Panzers. We are seeing infantry section moving up there, although of course they could get reinforcements from elsewhere. Infantry section coming under fire though from the Panzers down here. Kettencraft going for the harassment, although could end up in trouble. Lieutenant moving in, Sten gun in his hand. A sort of cheap and mass-produced submachine gun, had some flaws. Some Germans actually used it apparently because they actually prefer the sort of magazine sticking out on the side, allowing them apparently to work better when prone. Apparently from what I've read. So yes, I have pointed that once and people actually got a bit of a fuss over that, but yeah, apparently some did. Plus of course it was built to actually use German munition, so in that sense it also had the advantage for Germans using it because, well, he could just use this regular ammunition. Still wasn't quite otherwise as good as the MP40s, a lot less low quality, but still used by a lot because it was easy to produce. Infantry moving up the western half, and we are seeing a kamfpgruppe company going up, and we are seeing a straight attempt for the armored cars. Point secured right there, bit of harassment. The east is sort of held by the troops of the kamfpgruppe. Kettencraft running into problem with the lieutenant again, could be run off on infantry section. Reconnaissance section moving up, and I suppose we might be seeing a field support truck out from IronRoman. These Panzer guys holding up here. Kettencraft again going for the cut-off point, trying to get away. Brits are valiantly charging in and manages to escape the clutches of the Irish Guards Armoured Division, holding up somewhere in Holland, trying to break through this small blockade on the road to Nijmegen, whatever. Panzerjäger command soon up. Infantry pushing up hard. Lots of fire, and there we go, one Panzer Grenadier down. Brit down as well. Another down. The chaps in the house are holding up quite well. Although they can't really get off much fire in return because there's only one window. Still apparently doing something, and there we go, another Gewehr 43 upgrade, also increasing their rate of fire, and he's sending in the same cannon grab, that might actually go down, and now there we go, MG in placement, the Vic has got it, another Panzer down, he needs actually to get out there before a reconnaissance shot goes off, a marksman shot could knock out the entire Panzer squad, oh, poo, will IronRoman get it off? Oh, that was actually a huge missed opportunity right there. He could have knocked out an entire squad of Panzer Gunners right there from Chuu1. Now these need to make the same trip. At the same time, we are seeing an infantry section up there forcing away Panzer Gunners, and these chaps are going to be shooting right past it. Will IronRoman be getting it? Will he? GG. Oh, come on, grow up. And again, IronRoman is exactly known for being a very friendly or, sportsman-like person. Points being secured down south. Panzer Commander, and we are. I think that was an attempt at the Panzer Support Command. Of course, he's probably expecting some sort of light armor up from the Brits. The Stuart light tank, and that, of course, is probably going to arrive. We are seeing a slit trench going down. He's probably going to go for that fuel pond, then dig in. But no, he's getting quickly stopped, and we are seeing an armored car ready. Like the Panzer Speerwerk moving up. Auto cannon rounds tearing through the infantry section. And rolling in after them, probably hoping to increase the casualties while Brits are advancing into the centre. Rifle grenades are being equipped. Note, all armies essentially did have rifle grenades, not just the Brits. The Germans even had rifle AT grenades, actually. Anyways, Brits are getting hunted down by the armoured car. Lots of deadly fire. Captain Wilkes here moving up on the south. Trench sort of ignored, more Panzers following up on the armoured car. Panzer Support Command going out, and of course they'll probably not be long until we are going to see a Stuart light tank. Infantry section could be dying any moment. Armoured car rolling in. Trying to hide behind the truck, but it does not provide protection. Rifle grenades arriving. And they both fly too short. That was a bit of a shame. Bit of damage from the Vickers. Not going to do much, and well, of course, loaded engine, so overcharged, just quickly gets it out of there. Then we've got a light anti-tank half-track up, going to counter that, and again, it's not uncommon to see a Brit player go reasonably fast for a Stuart light tank. It tends to be a sort of best chance for any sort of tomfoolery that can be employed against the British early on. So again, as a rule of thumb, going for a Stuart as tank as fast as possible as the Brits tends to be a pretty damn good bet. And now we've got Panzers in trouble. Coming under fire from the Stuart. Machine guns blazing. And of course there we go. Oh, canister round. Panzer squad could in fact be completely lost to the might of the Stuart light tank. And there we go, squad down. Captain and infantry section following up. Bit of a loss there for Chuu1 and the kamfpgruppe Hermann Goering. Captain running into problems. He was never bulletproof. And certainly not auto cannon proof. We are seeing the Stuart moving in there. We are seeing a sapper squad up, or sapper section. Light anti-tank half-track ready. And there we go, the captain is down, but the Stuart manages to hit the engine block, setting it afire, damaging the engine rather fatally, resulting in the Stuart getting the final kill. And a nice little bonfire from Johnny and how to warm themselves by. Panzer staying up position in the section in the church. And we might be seeing the light anti-tank half-track moving in there. Perhaps some focused fire would be nice. There we go. Rifle grenade in return. Does a bit of damage, but that's about it.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Kettenkrauts moving up themselves from the south. Stuart moving up to support the infantry section. And we are seeing a second one out. Not a bad idea when considering there might be anti-tank half-tracks. And we are seeing the kamfpgruppe company going in. He's probably going to get Panzers to deal with these Stuarts. In fact, now 2 light tanks. 2 work better than 1, I always say. Light anti-tank half-track proved to be quite the nuisance right up there. And of course, now at my risk, getting hunted down by the Stuarts. And of course, in this case, IronRoman would need to send both in. So even if one gets knocked out, the other one can quickly finish off this light anti-tank half-track. Thus also saving the first one, which got immobilized. But of course, now with Panzer soon on the way, that could change a wee bit. There we go, barely any units left though, and there we go, 2 Panzer squads on the way. He's not going for tank busters because again, he has the munitions to equip for it, and again, you should always, spend munitions if you can to save manpower, particularly as the Panzer League. You should only go for tank busters or assault grenadiers if you really can't afford otherwise upgrading and you need the upgrades. Stuarts are moving in. These Panzers need to get out of there before the Stuarts do terrible things to them. More shots being blasted into the wind, breaking the silence. Kettenkrad conducting a bit of reconnaissance. Not sure what doctrine. Oh, well, of course, it's Luftwaffe. Silly me. I was about to say, oh, well, I don't know what doctrine it is. I mean, that's Kettenkrad. Oh, stupid Dane. Yeah, that was me being daft. I will not apologize. But it happens even to the best, I must admit, tragically. But there we go. 2 Panzerreichs on the way. A Kettenpanzerbüchse. Stuart moving up. And there we go. Stuart immobilized. Panzerreichs flying. Let's go look at IronRoman and the Irish Guards. Cancer shot could go off here. Where's the second one? Why is it not moving up? IronRoman needs to be fast on getting them up, in fact. Panzer squad retreating. There we go. Cancer shot. Oh. The canister can be a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it can do terrible damage. Other times it just completely misses, doing absolutely nothing. But already 7 kills for one, and an armored kill. The other one has also managed a bit, but it's not really quite achieving the same. And there we go. Light anti-tank half-track finish off the job. Stuart sent back rather quickly. Light anti-tank half trying to get the kill with his 37mm gun. Also known as the army door-knocking device by the Germans, as they rather realized it was actually a pretty shite. Quickly on. Oh, fraps, please be nice. There we go. There we go. Not sure if the latest update actually did anything, as now it's actually sort of just, instead of actually doing it at intervals, actually just records the entire thing in one clip. That's actually quite a difference than previously, and again, I suspect it might also help a bit. Then again, I've not really had a lot of trouble overall in the last few months with fraps. Just occasionally something really goes tits up. Mining that close to the opponent, not necessarily always the best idea. And we are seeing commanders being used against the Luftwaffe. Airborne versus less airborne. Hermann Goering, though, fighting stoically now with Panzerreichs and Gewehr 43s. And generally, as the war went on, I mean, the replacement and training battalions did also see more frontline fighting. It was generally meant as a sort of emergency measure, but again, that was, you know, less upholdable. So again, they rather quickly found them much more often thrown into the thick of it. So again, the Hermann Goering again found itself first fighting, you know, during Arnhem and all that, and then afterwards in the Ardennes, whereas again the main division, you know, fought on the Eastern Front, which must have made it a bit difficult to ensure the replacements came to the division itself. Curious. Panzers are moving up though. Infantry sections opening up on the Panzergrenadiers with a Panzerreichs. Stuart moving up once more now, largely repaired. Lots of sappers out. 2 sapper sections, 3 infantry sections. No casualty clearing station would be nice. Germans are moving southwards. Stuart moving up, sappers moving up. Sappers are essentially about as good as a regular infantry section, except of course lower numbers, but I mean they can't get in real anti-infantry upgrades, so otherwise they're largely same combat skills. I mean they're not bad against infantry. And we are seeing a commando drop right behind enemy lines. Sten guns roaring. Largely silenced. There we go. Panzer's getting away, and the Sten guns aren't really doing much against that half-track and its armor. Stuart though moving in. Could IronRoman be getting the anti-tank half-track? That would be a bit of a blow to Chuu1, but no. Oh, nice hit right there in the rear. West though getting largely held. Panzer is moving southwards. The Irish Armoured Guards, I believe, being the ones spearheading the operation, of course, with Market Garden. Had some problems with, you know, actually keeping to the time schedule, but that was again also partly due to sort of unrealistic expectation and the fact they were advancing up one single road and they couldn't really deviate from it because they were actually quite worried the Germans might have mined the sides of the road. And of course that essentially meant that all the Germans really needed to do was basically just cut the road at time from time, do a blockade, and they could really stall the entire British advance. Plus, of course, blow up the bridges, which largely always didn't happen because the overall commander, Model, was actually expecting he could make a counterattack. Had he sort of figured, well, I'm not going to be able to do that and just blow in the bridges, things might have been even worse for the Brits. We're seeing advancing up there. We are of course seeing the demo charge up there. Nice little upgrade. Not quite as functional as an improvised mine as previously, because now it can be spotted from far away, but still can be a nasty weapon and can still, you know, blow up an entire German squad. And it's particularly used against victory points. It can also be very difficult to actually hit. It's really annoying. You know, you can there, you know it's there, but you can't go there because it'll blow up, killing your troops, and you can't knock it out by shooting at it because you can't actually sort of get the marker on it. So fun fact there. And there we go. Reconnaissance actually coming under fire. We are seeing staghounds ready from the armored command track. IronRoman being largely infamous for his staghound usage.
Storage facility is being overrun.
Put mildly. So they are holding up, and we are also getting slight details up from Gamescom by now, though not huge deal. Apparently flamethrowers can now be picked up and dropped like other weapons, and apparently, yeah, there's also something called ammo and fuel depots, no longer observation posts, although we will need more details on that, but largely not a lot of details. But you can actually, if you pop over to the official forum, and I'll provide the link in the forum video description, you can actually ask, you know, the Relic team, at least the ones there at Gamescom, about details about the game, you know, just in case you were curious. Butterfly bombs being dropped in. I mean, while they are right in there, they will be knocked out, can be destroyed, in fact, quite safely, although again, bit of damage left and right. That's fortunate, but still, I mean, again, if you have questions, if there's something that you want to know about coming here too, you know, pop over to the forum. In that thread, again, I will provide the link. Ask whatever you want. Just know, you know, are they going to add in the Pacific? It's the Eastern Front, you know, focus, man, focus. Some people seem absolutely obsessed with the Pacific. Personally, I think it was rather dull. Anyways, another Stuart on the way, repairing his best, of course, a bit difficult with all the mines sort of. Alright, let's just oh, bugger, that's not a spare part, and boom, and there goes Terry's face. Panzer's moving up, supporting light anti-tank half-tank. No, they're not going to move in here. Good move. Might move elsewhere, and of course he might be getting close to a Panther battle group. He's certainly got the buildings for it. And the current state would rather dictate Panthers being more useful against staghounds than troops with Panzerwreck and a small half-track. And there we go, 50 cal moving in, staghound arriving on the field. Ooh, immobilized, right. Ooh, nasty spot to be immobilized, in fact. Just need to get, in fact, into that building so he can actually... So Chuu can actually dispose of this staghound reasonably safe. And that's actually quite advantageous. And there you go, Panzerwreck hammering away. Light anti-tank have to move up to deal with the rear. We are seeing the rest of the light armor and such arriving in, but at the same time, a Panther battle group has arrived. The Panzer kamfpgruppe arriving from whatever remaining SS stocks were remaining. Well, Panthers would have largely been the foray of the 107th Panzer Brigade. So that's probably a platoon arriving in from them. As the Panzer Brigade was largely the only real armored unit there. The SS Panzer Divisions had a few, but again, not a lot. But there we go, Panther arriving in. Light anti-tank are finally down. But now the Panthers are arriving. Stuart is in dire straits. Staghound down, only one Staghound left. And we are seeing sappers with Piats, some not quite Piated. And IronRoman is suddenly in a lot of problems. He's only got one set of anti-tank gadgets that can really harm the Panthers. Now cruising their way through the village square, blowing up sappers left and right. Sappers take up position in the church, hoping for the protection of God, and his mighty strikes will rain down piety death on the rears of the Panthers. And the Panthers just roll through town. Bit of a nasty engagement right there. Heavy losses to IronRoman after he was doing so well. And the Panthers just keep... Oh dear, he's found the armored command truck. And again, you probably just need to figure out where is he. And again, 16 plus munitions. Well, not very hard to figure it out then. Though I don't actually see a lot there, but... Again, he was probably just cruising for the point, you know, looking for, well, where's the one I can't cap? And there we go, the truck. Pulling it back. We are seeing a casualty station up, but I feel it's a bit too late. And we are in fact seeing speed governors on it to actually help escape it. And there we go, 17-pounder gun up right in time as well. Very powerful anti-tank gun, could largely deal with Panthers and such quite easily, even Tigers.
Trying to secure our control zone.
Heavy damage to the Panther. Chuu1 will need to get out of there unless he fancies explaining to the Panzer Brigade what happened to its Panthers. Brett's being pushed away there. A nice infantry assault by the kamfpgruppe Hermann goering. And troops holding out nicely there, but IronRoman needs to push out a bit again. Advancing up there. Ooh, could be running into the demo charge. And there we go. Will IronRoman spot it? Will he deal with it? Oh no, he has spotted it. Chuu1, of course, detonated. He loses one man, but at the same time, he largely deals with the rest. So that was a bit of a shame there for IronRoman. A bit of a missed opportunity. Quick to arrive, though, and repair those Panthers. Would he have expert repairs? Perhaps by the looks of it. And we are seeing Fallschirmjägers now arriving to assist. Commandos are moving in right in front of the Fallschirmjägers, holding up behind the fence. And there we go, Commando smoke allowing them to get closer to the Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjäger pulling back. FG-42s on the way. Quite a bit of submachine guns blowing up dust around their feet, but no one really hit. Damn headset. Still, Chuu1 is a bit of trouble. Lots of territory cut off. FG-42s now firing in back at the commandos. Much greater range. Although they might find themselves in need of support soon. Looks like we are seeing actually a stag hound hiding up here. Oh, how silly. And Fireflies arriving for IronRoman. The mighty Firefly, but of course with the stag hound he can't get the full advantage out of it. But on the other hand, if you get a command tank for your Firefly, it actually increases the range of fire, and I believe even the range quite a bit. I mean, a Firefly with a command tank attached to it is quite nasty, but there we go. Panther's taking heavy damage, but he still might lose the Firefly. Fireflies are not really meant to take on for range from close up. They're in fact meant for range, and at range they are lethal. In fact, they can fire farther than any other tank in the game. So again, when you really want to use them from range, that's where the advantage are. Trying to get that Panther, damaged engine, rifle grenades, everything's just being lobbed at that Panther, hoping to get it, hoping to get the kill. It looks like the Panther managed to escape successfully with the other one providing covering fire. Panther is taking up a covering position from the nearby building, and there we go. Sappers are retreating. They do not wish to face the might of the Panthers. Fallschirmjägers continue southwards, and we are seeing a reconnaissance commando group from the south. Will they move in to deal with the Fallschirmjägers, or will they be moving in instead for a bit of harassment? Henshaw Panzer Knacker support. Should also help deal with any armor. No further armor castles, they're not going to last long. Nice push up there, trying to of course strike where he's not so strong. Fallschirmjägers moving into the house. Commanders could of course get off a grenade. There we go, in fact. Fallschirmjägers down and now exposed. Will there be any reconnaissance shots? No. Yeah, he could be losing the Fallschirmjägers. No. Looks like they make it out of there. Heinz and Fritz made it out of there safely. Panthers getting repaired again. Not long. And we are seeing a nice, rather heavy assault going up here. Panthers up and covering fire for the Panzer Grenadier. Try and make it out there by the Panzer Schreck. Another Firefly on the way. Quite a powerful weapon, and there we go, nice hit. And again, note how far it can actually fire. I mean, if you can provide line of fire for it again, or line of sight, it can really fire much farther than any other tank in the game. And that is something really important to remember. So again, and if you can then get a command tank on it, I mean, you can pretty much end up firing twice as fast if the command tank gets enough veterancy. I mean, that's the sort of thing most people don't necessarily remember with the mighty Firefly. Another British assault thwarted though. Ooh, Fallschirmjägers hitting mines. by IronRoman. IronRoman, in fact, has been quite good on mining. Oh, more faulty makers. He could be running into the commandos. He could be losing a commando squad on retreat. Oh, faulty maker squad, not commando. No, the commandos seem to ignore it, instead opting for ambushing. But oh, the faulty makers are hiding in a ditch already. Commandos up close now. Oh, bad move by Chuu. He actually ran them out into the road, and
The enemy has cut
faulty
down
maker
the
squad
infantry
went
unit.
down, bleeding in the middle of the road, and the commandos celebrating
Germany is conceding a
another
second
loss
to
for the
the
Wehrmacht.
We must rally.
More Panthers rolling up. Firefly not really achieving much. Perhaps with another one he could do a bit more. Although the armored command truck is looking a bit rubbish.
Forward supply lines are broken.
A bit of quiet though, a bit of quiet. Panthers rolling out once more. Troops reinforcing. No Luftwaffe ground forces for Chuu, in fact. Seems to be ignoring that largely.
The enemy is stealing a
Bit of quiet, in fact, nothing happening. I imagine IronRoman is sort of seizing up his forces, whereas, of course, Chuu1 is also trying to do the same, and, of course, you know, line up some good assaults.
Cut off from supply.
But again, nice mining by IronRoman. And again, it's pretty rare the Brits actually do it, but again, it's certainly something I can recommend. And oh dear, he's going for the kangaroo carrier. That naughty IronRoman. Might be trying another push against the Panthers. And what is this? Another commando glider. Oh, slightly careful with that. But there you go. Landing right next there, providing cover for this point. In case of a sneaky assault by Chuu1. Kangaroo coming under fire from the Panthers, but no one. Oh, there we go, heading actually. And now the faulty maker is getting assaulted. Oh, one even crushed in a rather nasty manner. Mine goes off, damaging the engine of the Panther. This could be the moment that IronRoman wants to seize upon. Panthers moving in. Oh, another mine, another mine. There we go, another damaged engine. Both Panthers in a bit of trouble. Firefly has to be careful, but he can't get over a good shot. There we go. Rear hit on the Panther. Panther's moving in. Panther is taking up position in the church. Another rear hit on a Panther. Commanders moving in, and we are seeing a Henschel strafing run. But the Firefly managed to escape a bit. Grenades on the chaps inside the church. Evacuating the kangaroo, but not giving up the fight. Lots of Piets and rifle grenades and other things that can fly at the opponent. Panthers damaged. Oh, Firefly went down to the Henschels. Nice support from the Luftwaffe right there. One of its rare appearances on the Western Front. Panther taking heavy damage. Commanders moving in to provide support. You could in fact see a Panther go down for Chuu1. Semois doing his best to provide support with machine guns galore. And of course the defensive veterans helps a bit. Can Chuu1 save his other Panther? Oh dear, heavy damage to both Panthers now. Instead of saving it, he's causing it to suffer even more damage. Both now veterancy too, but how long will it last? Both now with damage. Well, the enemies are both damaged into no mines. Faulty Jäger's trying to move in. Panzer Grenadiers nowhere to be seen, but there we go, finally moving out. Could this be the end of the venerable Panther? Main gun destroyed. He can't have much longer to live in. And more British troops are streaming in. Gunner died, by the way, on this one, leaving behind only the other one to really. And there we go, out of control and into the lakeside. Very nasty loss for Chuu1 there, and another off map Panther group coming right there. A bit too late, though. He has suffered the loss of one. Fortunately, he's getting run off. And more Panzer Gunners arriving on the scene to try and assist. Commanders and rifle grenadiers holding up behind what remains of a garden wall, but no more. Full retreat, and the Panther rolls in again, doing its best to avenge its fallen comrade.
Kampfgruppe leer. Panther battle group has arrived and is now available for deployment.
Another Firefly ready. Might he be trying with 2 now? At a time that could perhaps work a bit better.
Schützentrupp here. Send your mission orders.
And again, not very friendly there. And let's go have a look at IronRoman again.
Ready to copy orders. Comms receiving you, sir.
Glider under 5 from Panzer gun this, though nothing really huge. Bit of issue with fraps, I fear. Again, rather quick to sort of sort that out. Panther coming under fire. Firefly has rolled in again with its 17-pounder gun. Rich charging in, and another Fallschirmjäger squad down for Chuu1 and the
We're losing ammunition sector.
kamfpgruppe hermann going. But again, more Panthers should make things a bit easier. Veteran 2 Panther, the Firefly has to be careful. And the Panthers are rolling in, coming under fire from Piats. And there's in fact quite a few Piats being lined against them.
Tell us what you want.
Supply lines
Bit
are
of a mess right
territory
here
out of supply.
in the middle of town.
Ready to roll.
No additional Fireflies on the way. What is he going for? A 17-pounder gun. That's quite interesting. Command setting up position inside the church. Doing his best to quickly finish that 17-pounder gun while the commanders are doing their best to hold away the Kraut, the Hun, Jerry. And of course forcing them behind the church, otherwise the 17-pounder gun will be able to get them. In fact, it might even be able to get one of them if it turns about a bit. Just a wee bit. Of course, the question is, will he turn it about? And there we go. Oh, nice hit on the Panther. Now there's definitely a bit of a problem right there. Also might be an idea to try and lay up some defense out of the bottom, while perhaps a demo charge right here in case someone sneaks into the building to get off some pantry tracks. Then you can set it off and kill the occupants. Just a little
forward base.
suggestion. Small fighting hound there. Commandos getting suppressed. More Piat fire against the Panthers. Nasty hits by the Piats. Lots of Firefly fire. Fallschirmjäger's a bit of a standoff right here. Fallschirmjäger's probably going to try and move in and clear out those troops, holding up the Panthers while the Firefly's trying to perhaps finish off one. In fact, he could be losing a Panther. So the Firefly... No! Oh, he didn't push on. And there we go, another Panther rolling in. Fallschirmjäger's holding out in the town. Church. Looks like an infliction went down.
Have a territory cut off from supply.
What's the fucking hurry, eh?
Supply lines down to Jerry's attempting to secure one of our sectors.
Commandos rushing in. Heavy fire from the Panthers. Even one veteran free, which is definitely going to help against Piats.
Germans are trying to
Not too much against Fireflies and 17-pounder guns, though. Tetrarchs and now Glider HQ. Interesting, could he be going for Piat Commandos, or is he going for Tetrarchs with the Little John adapter to sort of help against armor as well? Plenty of possibilities, or the Piat Commandos might be the better choice. Panzer is suffering a bit under British fire. Moving southwards. Commandos suffering a bit here. Not rather how commandos were used, I suppose, as frontline assault infantry. But there you go. I suppose it would have been a bit awkward. I suppose if they just call them British Airborne. So some people do have a cursor in how that works. taking up position there and dropping them right into the base. Interesting enough. Holding up there, but taking heavy fire from the Panthers. Quickly running out there. No additional Fireflies still. I mean, he rather seems to be a one Firefly man, which is quite curious. Jägers doing their best to tear through the infantry sections. And about actually this stage of the war that some Jägers were just, you know, Volksgrenadiers or the low quality infantry by another name. In fact, there was an entire Jäger army, but a lot of the troops were basically just Luftwaffe personnel outkitted with Jäger gear, but not, you know, fully trained. And those were the chaps actually expected to hold a large part of the front. So again, lots of fun stuff there. 17-pounder gun opening up again. Was used in a lot of British vehicles if they could get away with it. There was also a Wolverine variant called the Achilles. Plus they even tried a Churchill, but that rather only stayed at the prototype stage. It was called the Black Prince. Fortunately taking up position in the cafe. Commandos rising up. Panzer preparing soon for a nice armored punch up from the flank. That could work nicely. Another grenade in the cafe. I'm pretty sure René will be upset. More mines going down, jolly good. He's probably worrying a bit about, you know, a Panther assault from the flank. 17-pounder gun continually opening up on those chaps inside the building. Panther sneaking about down there south. The rest are holding up in the east. Panthers and commandos fighting it out. In fact, 2 commando squads. Quite a bit of firepower. There we go. Commando smoke. These Panthers, in fact, could be in a lot of trouble. There we go. Lots of Sten guns going up close. We are seeing a bit of suppressive fire, but even then, there we go. Forced away. Will they be losing a squad? Yes, indeed. Panzer squad down. Pretty nasty loss right there. He should just have retreated outright, I think. Still, Chuu has managed to secure most of the map again due to a rather, I suppose, proper response to the Panthers. At least he's not getting additional Fireflies, which you think would do the trick. Generally, you wouldn't see massed Fireflies. They were usually sort of handed out in a tank platoon. You had 3 regular Shermans or Cromwells and then the Firefly. Try the sort of standard organization in a squadron, or platoon or whatever. Commandos getting absolutely shredded by the Panthers though. Heavy machine gun fire, just shredding them. And Panthers moving up. So far there doesn't seem to be much iron about IronRoman. Quickly push back, you held large part of the map, but not quite able to hold on to it. In particular once the Panthers began arriving. And there goes, yeah, there we go, moving in, the troops probably going to set them up inside the church, and he's going to be firing down onto that. And we are seeing the Henschel strafing run once more. Opening up, in fact, hitting the 17-pounder gun emplacement a bit. There's a fun fact, I mean, it fires a series of shots. Thing is, some of them just fire randomly hitting anything, but other shots are actually most specifically meant against vehicles and will hit them. So generally, I mean, other things could be hit, but again, they will only really shoot against vehicles or command trucks. And what is this? I hear rockets. He's gotten a Hotchkiss up with the Stuka-Fuß upgrade. That's pretty cool. Not often you see that. And we of course seeing a second one to add into the rockets. How fun. And there we go. Panther knocks out the 17-pounder gun emplacement. Firefly moving up. Heavily damaged though. Commandos are constantly harassing. And there we go. Demo charges on the victory point. Moving up another squad to the other victory point. Hoping to drain down Mr. Chuu1. And there we go, finally a second Firefly on the way. Bit quiet there, and there go, the Panthers actually rolling in. Veterans are free, going in after those damn pesky commandos. But they do manage to escape through a veil of smoke. Like heavily armed magicians. And as I checked, magicians weren't equipped with Sten guns. Then again, in that case, I might have been watching the wrong magic shows. More rockets against this nice position here, I imagine. Yes, indeed. Lots of Brits suffering under that. Aim the Fireflies, in fact, suffering to the heavy rockets launched. Panthers moving up here against the Commandos. Got quickly sent running. A few Fireflies rolling up. Sappers, Commandos, everything else good. Trench stopped. Lieutenant with F-22 gets out. Oh, incendiary grenade, but that's simply just too late. Commandos making another hurried escape. Silly fraps. And this one is in fact still standing, quite interestingly enough. Hotchkiss moving up. Hotchkisses, in fact. Commander suffering a bit under the fire of the Panthers, and the Panzers with the Hotchkiss even adding in a bit. Firefly rolls up. Opening up on the Panthers. In fact, couldn't one be going down? Yes, Panther down. In fact, Firefly scored a kill. Panzers moving up southwards, dealing with rather diminished infantry forces. Hotchkiss is now also providing fire, and there we go. Brits going down to the 37mm gun mounted on the Hotchkiss. Panther dealing with the Commandos. Down to 2 Panthers again. More rockets, this time hitting nothing. Bit of a miss right there. That's about it largely. All a bit quiet now again though, and let's go return to Chuu1. Could be going for another Panther battle group, but he needs more territory, more population. Of course, IronRoman needs his Fireflies repaired. Another British infantry assault again. Lots of Commandos. Forgemakers trying to take position in the church. Hotchkiss is open up. Getting a few Commandos. Nicely hit. Hotchkiss are in fact quite alright against infantry. Not something you actually often hear, but I mean they can do quite well. In particular against British infantry, getting a few can actually do quite a bit of damage. Panther gets off a nice shot. But no real anti-tank weapons. There you go. Firefly rolls up. Might be needed to try and focus down the Hotchkisses. Lots of Panzers, lots of smoke, lots of death, lots of screaming, lots of wounded. Panzers pulling back towards the fort barracks, now establishing the cafe, or at least what remains of the cafe. Panzer Grenadiers moving in. Fireflies. Panthers running cover. Lots of population again. He's pretty sure he's going for the Panther battle group. He could even go for some upgrades, you know, in the meanwhile. Panzer hits the 17-pounder gun. They can just fire them across the little lake right there, or the river. Bit unfortunate for IronRoman. But we are seeing a swift response from the commanders trying to stop that nonsense. And the Panzers are quickly suffering under this hailstorm of bullets from the Sten guns. And of course the question for companies too, if flamethrowers can be, you know, dropped and picked up, what other weapons can also be picked up? We are seeing artillery now getting called in, perhaps commando artillery, or is it decoy smoke? Looks like decoy smoke. Not a bad idea. These certainly forced the armor out of position, allowing the infantry to get closer with their anti-tank weapons without suffering fire. Lots of Piat rounds. Fireflies moving up, opening up on the Panther, taking a bit of damage there. Hotchkiss, of course, be suffering, but they are doing quite a bit of damage, blasting away with tiny guns. Heavy losses to the Brits. Lots of Brits just died there to fire. And there we go. Hotchkiss down. Veterancy free. Lieutenant needs to get out of there. Come on, you're not that tough. Fireflies also need to get out of there. And be nice, Chuu1. Be nice. Another Staghound out. Panzer's rolling up, taking minor losses. Oh, destroyed engine on the Firefly. That's definitely goodbye, Nathan. But no, he actually retreats. How curious.
Ready to move out. Heavy Panzer.
And we do see another off-map combat group. More Panthers.
Panzer battle group has arrived and is now available for deployment.
Fortunately, is once more hiding in a church and once more getting pushed out, this time though by a Staghound. And there we go, the Panthers are rolling in. He could even send in the veterancy free one. Oh, mine hit! One more of IronRoman's mine goes off, damaging another Panther engine. Firefly useless, and there we go. Pray for the Panthers. As they keep on rolling.
The enemy is attacking a petrol depot.
Firefly moves in for a nice little action, but will soon find itself facing off with 2 Panthers, although we are seeing a flank attack by British infantry. Doing a bit of damage. We're even seeing a Staghound, but not going to do much, I think. And there we go, rockets in return. Doing quite a bit of nice damage right there. Firefly looks to be trying again.
An enemy unit has fallen to our might.
Veteran 2 Panther army. Where is the veterans free one? Oh yeah, he actually lost a Panther. Oh dear. There's also going to be going. There we go. Firefly down. And another Henschel strafing run. And there we go. The veterans are free. Command trucks under heavy fire as the Henschels just move in, firing away with their cannons. And another run. Damaging the glider in a bit. Command truck probably going to go down any minute now. And there we go. And game over. IronRoman and the Irish army guys pull away from this kamfpgruppe, which is able to stall the Brits. And of course the question is, what rather won, what rather lost the game? I mean, the things came down to some slightly more minute details. Perhaps, Demonchak could have gone off, but again, he was rather lacking in Fireflies. And I do think, again, while some people lack the Staghounds, in this case, had he had command tanks for the Fireflies and enough of them, he could easily have outmatched the Panthers. Because again, with command tanks, Fireflies fire much faster, and of course with the range, again, really can be a problem. But again, he didn't quite have that, now did he? But it was, several times rather close for IronRoman to actually have completely won, and he did make good use of mining, but there were just these tiny slip-ups from time to time, which rather allowed Chuu1 to gain the edge. And again, the Staghounds really didn't help him out too much as a command tank, would I think. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, why not send a... And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of Yarn? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.